Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island Beyond the Villa, Season 1, Episode 6.
This episode was pretty good because I feel like yelling. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
PPG go wine tasting.
Yeah.
Janae and Leah fill Serena in on what happened at Saddle Ranch, about how Aaron and Kaylor got into a fight and how Kaylor brought her new man.
Yeah.
Serena doesn't feel bad that Aaron has to see that because she had to see him trying to sleep with some girl on national TV.
Serena is really holding on to Love Island, the show thing.
Oh, for real.
Everything. It was real to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, listen, if she had to see that, then you had to see this. But this is not that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like Kayla was being intentional, trying to be passive aggressive in that nature. First of all, when we first meet up, you invite me over to your house. And then on top of that, like, we link up and something like that. And then we talking the day before playing paddle tennis or playing paddle ball, whatever it's called. And then the next time that you come with a guy, you don't want to talk to me. You were acting all awkward. Kayla's playing games, but Aaron playing games too. Mm-hmm. Like, this is just what they do, you know?
Yeah. So Miguel and Kenny, they go to a fighting class. But back at the vineyard, Janae tells the girls about how her date with Kenny went.
Yeah.
How they got into it. He shut down, and it was giving her serial killer vibes.
Okay.
He apologized for shutting down later. Serena is sharing how she wants to be engaged to Cordell, and she knew after 6 months that she wanted to marry him. Leah would marry Miguel if he proposed today, and Janae says Kenny really doesn't have a timeline for getting married.
What are your thoughts?
Janae was seeing the signs. She was seeing that things were weird, things were off, and I do think that it's difficult to make a decision when you see signs, but the person is also actively deceiving you. So you can't really make a clear decision because things are conflicting, right?
Yeah.
But I do feel like sometimes if things are conflicting, then that should give you some information on what to do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I thought about it. I mean, Serena and Leah are in good spaces in their relationships, and it's unfortunate that Janae is not. I'm glad that even though she's going through a difficult time, she can still support them and be happy for them, and is not, being jealous or like mean about it. But I just hate that her situation isn't going well.
Yeah, but she knew her situation wasn't going well, as we can see from this conversation, that it did not have to take those text messages that she saw that was definitely allegedly those racist text messages allegedly. She did not have to see that to know that the relationship was not good.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But also, I would say that this is the danger of potentially getting in a relationship on a TV show to where all of y'all are friends. Mm-hmm. Because she's hearing Serena says, like, oh yeah, I definitely can see myself engaged to Cordell. And then she basically, hey, would you marry Miguel? Leah's like, yeah, I would. So now she's filling on the outs of the friend group. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the one not in a relationship. So especially since all the guys are friends and they know each other, they cool.
And we all hang out.
Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't want to make it awkward for anybody or anything like that. But I would say this with Serena, though. I find it very interesting that she says that, like 6 months in, she knew that she could marry Cordell. Now, I understand that Serena, she still get the hate from basically people saying that she did not like Cordell based on what we saw on the show.
She was a slow burn.
And you're a slow burner. I find it very interesting that you're a slow burn, but now you can see, that you can marry somebody within 6 months.
Well, I can believe it because I think that she was a slow burn until she liked him.
Okay.
And once she liked him and allowed herself to be open to it, then she falls fast, essentially. So I can understand why she would be a slow burn, because she's like, once I'm there, I'm there.
Yeah. And
and
with Leah's response, I take Leah's response with a grain of salt, only because of this, right? I don't think that she does it. I think she loves Miguel. And I think they do make a good connection, and they do make a good couple. But I don't think she view like marriage as serious as other people. So when she was asked, would you marry Miguel, it came up like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, we both can try it. Like, you know what I mean?
I didn't take it that way.
I took it as like, to me, Leah and Miguel come off as a couple that take risk. And if the risk is, let's get married, let's do it. As long as, because to them, I think they value doing things together. And as long as we are together, yeah, let's get married. Oh yeah, let's look for houses. He said he haven't been, as he gonna let us know, and as he told us in other episodes, he haven't really been home since the show.
Yeah.
And I think they just value doing things together. So she's like, if he want to get married, okay, cool. If not, cool. As long as we together. Compared to Janae
She really wants
she
marriage.
wants to get. That's very different than just wanting to be together,
right?
Because she said there's no timeline, but she wants to get married. That's very different than what Serena said and then what Leah is saying.
And I think that's just an important lesson overall as well, is that if you're someone who desires marriage, I think that number one, you got to let your intentions be known, which I feel like Janae did. But if you're in the relationship and you're still expressing that and your partner isn't really talking about how they have that same desire, then that is another red flag.
Yeah.
You know,
it's probably the biggest red flag.
Yeah. Kenny tells Miguel what happened at the dinner and how he misspoke, saying that they didn't want to live together, but it was really him who didn't want to live together. And then he froze. He just didn't want to have that argument again. Kenny says that Janae is stuck on staying in Vegas. He's been in Dallas, but he wants to be closer to his family. I think they all live in New York.
Okay.
He needs to take some time to think about where he wants to be in life, pretty much.
He knows where he wants to be. Like he's saying he needs to take time. He's basically trying to buy time to not make Janae mad.
Right. Like he doesn't want to have the conversation, but he knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
Yeah. Kendall goes on a second date with a girl he met at the Love Island event. Y'all, this date was terrible.
Oh, you think so?
It was terrible. I mean, the date was okay, but like, Kendall, you don't like this girl. His experience with Nicole has affected his dating life. His walls are up and it takes him a while to open up now. Now, this girl is talking about how she lives in Temecula and it takes her a while to get to where Kendall is at in order for them to go on these dates.
Yeah.
And she asked him if he would be able to start coming out her way for them to go on dates and get to know each other. He said he hasn't done that. She says, I know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. Can you come out there and see me every now and then?
And he tells her baby steps.
Yeah. First of all, can I address what he said?
Facts. Yeah,
he said that his experience with Nicole has affected his dating life. Not the Nicole part. That did not affect your dating life. What you did on that video camera affected your dating life.
And it getting exposed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Granted, it's totally wrong that someone expose you. No one should be exposed in that way. But I will always go off of the practice of whatever you done in private, whatever you do in private, and you don't want it done or seen in public, don't do it in private. You get what I'm saying? Granted, you was in the privacy of your room, but I would not do anything in private that I would not want nobody in public to see. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, Nicole did not affect your dating life. This is your way of trying to push the blame and shift the blame to Nicole and trying to paint her as this, villain, and that I'm so hurt and I'm so, I have to take a step back and now I'm trying to get back out there in the dating life. And this girl over here asks you simply, meet me where I live. And he's like, baby steps. It's like, nah, man, stop it.
Yeah, that got me on hots because I'm not with this whole putting it on Nicole about the demise of their relationship because of how she reacted to the situation. I'm going to talk about that more after they have their conversation because I have thoughts.
Okay.
Ariana meets up with PPG and they update Ariana on their relationships. Janae and they talk about the hate comments that they've received. Ariana tells them the negative comments are always the loudest, but she is very proud of them all. And the Beyond the Villa cast is going to Miami to meet and model for Megan Thee Stallion swimsuits.
Yeah, this was a nasty scene in my opinion. Ariana, don't be a groupie. Don't be a fan. Don't ask to join the group chat. Like, it just comes off as just like, I've never seen you do this with any other cast. And I could tell.
This is the only cast she's had.
But still.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's staying true what I said.
Okay.
Right? My thing is, it came off as if even at the reunion that you wanted to be part of PPGA. You get what I'm saying? Basically, you wanted to be the plus one, the fourth wheel to it. And I'm just like, Ariana, Ariana, whatever her name is. I don't care what her name is. Exactly. I don't care what her name is. She came off as a groupie, and I ain't like it. You get what I'm saying? Let these girls be what they are and deal with their experience. But you hanging out with them, being part of the group chat, to me, it came off as a fan and a groupie, and I ain't like it.
It just felt like promo to me because she was talking about how she's going to be hosting the new Love Island show, which we all saw by now. So it just felt like a promo scene. Aaron visits Liv and he's not really excited to go to Miami. It's not really his thing. He knows Kaylor is having a hard time, so he is going to give her some grace based off of the interaction they had before.
Okay.
Kaylor is going home to Pennsylvania because her grandma is in her final days, and Serena does call to check in on her.
Okay, nice.
Kendall and Kenny. Apparently Juan is putting Kenny through it, and Kendall explains that Nicole is in town and he is going to meet up with her. He says that she has to have some sort of remorse when they have their conversation.
Okay.
Kendall thought that they would talk about his lie privately, but she brought it up at the reunion, and that's what rubbed him the wrong way. She also announced the breakup before him, even though he was the one to break up with her, and she spoke negatively of him, the person that she said that she loved.
What are your thoughts on this, Blair?
I gotta go line by line.
Okay, go line by line then.
She has to have some sort of remorse. I think Kendall doesn't realize that he is not the only victim of the situation. Number one, you are the victim of somebody exposing you. She was the victim of having somebody that she was in love with be exposed in this type of way, as well as you lying to her about the circumstances around the situation, because she got a different story from Janae, which apparently was the truth. So not only did this situation happen and it was hard for you and her to digest, but then you're lying about it as well. And then the fact that, you wanted to talk about it privately. This situation was huge. It was
humongous.
Public.
Yes.
There was no way that it would have been a good idea for that not to be addressed on the reunion stage.
Not at all.
If she didn't talk about it, the question would have been posed, and I think it was posed, and I think that was part of the conversation. Even though everybody was looking at her like, no, I felt like people didn't really have her back when she started talking about it. I think out of respect for Kendall, but Nicole was done in a bad way about the situation, and the fact that he thinks that she should have had more empathy or love for him because she said that she loved him. She is a human going through this experience of someone that she thought she loved lying to her. And also the video, the way that it looked, there could be questions about sexuality as well.
I still haven't seen the video, guys.
Yeah, I've seen the video, and that could be a question in her head. I know that she hasn't really touched on it, and I think that's something that people tend to stray away from because they don't want to accidentally try to out somebody. But the question mark is there based off of how the video was. And if there's a question mark about sexuality and you presented yourself in one way, that could be a thing to where she feels like that was another lie. So I think that Kendall, I'm not seeing his side. I think that it's terrible what happened to him, but Nicole does not owe you an apology in my eyes.
Did you go line by line?
Yes.
Here's the thing, Kendall, right? First of all, people already feel like you're fake. So let's just start there, right? People already feel like you're fake. Even to the point where Serena, your castmate, is like, I don't bang with Kendall. Like, he's not invited to any of my events and things of that nature. Skating rink, whatever it is, I don't have nothing for that guy. You know what I mean? So now you're with Nicole, and y'all came in, y'all was one of the finalists and things of that nature, and almost immediately after Love Island, this big explosion of this video coming out of Kendall being exposed, right? Of course, you was done wrong because someone exposed you, right? But now Nicole is being asked questions day by day. So to actually expect for it to not be addressed at the reunion, you lucky this wasn't a 2-part reunion.
Oh, exactly.
Because the first part would just be you and Nicole. Literally, I would not talk to nobody else but Kendall and Nicole, because literally when people came into the reunion, people did not care about the whole Leah and Rob thing. People did not care about where Cordell and Serena was. The only thing people cared about going into that whole reunion was how Nicole and Kendall are basically getting along, if they are still together.
Right.
That's all people cared about, right? So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't see where he's coming from with the whole, she have to be more remorseful. I'm like, bro. And Blair hit the nail on the head. If we gonna be real, let's be real. It's not only about the lie of, hey, when did this happen? You talk about, oh, it happened a while ago, compared to it happened literally weeks before you entered the villa. Also, we gotta ask questions. Why are you doing this? Who are you doing this for? Like, why are you exposing yourself in this way? We have seen leaks all the time by celebrities and things of that nature, to where their leaks get exposed without them knowing and things of that nature. But not like this. No one's spreading it wide. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, Nicole probably felt betrayed and lied to, because she's like, I don't know who you are. Right. Because everything based off of this video, it comes into question. And now I feel like Kendall, he wanted things, truthfully, he just mad because Nicole beat him to the punch. He wanted things to be done in private because he wanted to spin it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But Nicole came out there, and granted, could Nicole handle it more gentle? She did go on podcasts and talk about it, sure. But at the end of the day, this is something that involved her as well.
And she had basically, she was a victim in the situation as well.
Yes.
He wasn't the only one.
So that's why I'm like, I understand what happened to Kendall was bad, but Kendall trying to turn the blame to Nicole, I feel like, no, let's take some accountability in this, at least a little, you know?
So Leah and Serena meet up with Nicole, and Nicole is doing well. She looks great as well. She talks about how she's dating, having fun. It looks like she ain't skipped a beat.
It seems like her dating life is not affected by this breakup.
Exactly. She hasn't kept in touch with Kaylor or Liv. Apparently, they unfollowed her, and it was because Kendall told them to unfollow her.
You see what I mean?
That is so messy.
You see what I mean?
Leah and Serena tell Nicole that, apparently you're the villain in his story. Nicole thinks that the switch up was crazy with him. He was saying that he loved her, but then everything changed. When the reunion aired, she never heard from him again.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing with Kendall is it's all about optics and looks. You were there. You heard what she was saying when she was saying it at the time. But when everything aired is when you decided to go ghost. What changed? Because of people's reactions or because of the actual conversation that happened? Yeah. That's why Kendall comes across very snake-like. Like, you just don't know what he really thinks or where he's truly coming from.
I actually was laughing at Serena's confessional because the producer asked her, how do y'all talk about the video? Do y'all call it the video? She said, I don't call it nothing.
Yeah, she's like, I don't talk about it.
I don't talk about it. Like, it is what it is.
Janae and Kenny give Juan to another foster since they're going to Miami.
Okay.
Kendall and Nicole meet up.
Okay.
Nicole asks him if he asked Kaylor and Liv to unfollow her. He tells her it's not true.
I don't believe him at all.
Liv, when she was talking to Aaron, told Aaron that Kendall did tell her to unfollow Nicole. Now, for this section, I'm thinking to myself, number one, Kendall, why are you getting involved in the women's friendship this type of way? Secondly,
because he's one of the girls.
Secondly, Liv and Kaylor, why are you allow him to get in the middle of y'all's friendship? Is it because you see him more often, or because he has moved to LA and he has a spot that y'all can crash? Like, what is the reason? I really don't understand why Kendall is pulling strings.
Here's how I think it happened, and take it with a grain of salt with me.
Yeah,
I think Kendall told Liv and Kaylor to do it. Right? I think Liv was the first one to do it. Liv had shown herself to be shaky. In her own friendship with Kaylor. The whole idea that she's even talking to Aaron when she was one of the main ones going hard at Aaron at the reunion. Right. So Liv has shown herself to be a little shaky. You know what I mean? I think Kaylor just did whatever Liv did, to be honest, in my opinion. Because Kaylor wants a big sister and basically, little sister, however old Liv is, and she just basically just following the leader. But it goes back to your point. Why are you following? Like, these are your own connections to basically foster. Why are you listening to what Kendall have to say? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me.
Now, Nicole said that she wishes that they didn't end things over the phone. He was dealing with a lot and he felt like Nicole wasn't reaching out to him the way that other people were reaching out to him. She acknowledges that she wasn't being empathetic towards him in the moment. And they agree that they're not going to have any animosity towards each other.
Okay.
That was the end of their conversation. But to me,
Nicole don't like that man. It's all over her face. She don't like that man. What are your thoughts?
And she knows he's still lying to her. And that's the thing. Like, you're continuing to lie because I know you told them. And she even said it. She was like, I was talking trash about you. I'm sure you were talking trash about me. That's fine. You can tell me. He still wants to lie. Yeah. And okay, here is the conversation about the empathy. I wouldn't require empathy from Nicole in this situation. Even though that you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend, even though y'all said you loved each other, it is very difficult to find empathy in your heart to somebody who has lied to you. Okay. And you have a lot of questions in your head and they're not answering them truthfully. How can I show up in an empathetic way to support you when you're actively deceiving me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
There ain't no way?
Ain't no way.
Pick one way.
You know how I'll be empathetic? From a distance. I won't say nothing to you.
I think his way of criticizing her empathy was that she did interviews, like she did the podcast interview, talking about
it affected her. Like, I don't see why she can't talk about it.
It's her life.
Yeah.
It's one thing if someone who wasn't in the situation was talking about it, then it'd be like, okay, Serena, have some empathy. But Serena don't even want to talk to you or talk about you.
No.
You get what I'm saying? That's her way of showing empathy. Like, hey, how do y'all address
that
the
would be
video?
my way.
You know what I mean? Like, Serena's like, I want nothing to do with Kendall.
I have nothing to do with it.
You know what I mean? But you can even look at Nicole's body posture of when she was talking to Kendall. She basically just look at him like this. Like, basically, like, when he's talking, this was a forced scene. She do not like that man, right? And I think she don't like him because I think Kendall needs to look at empathy as, I could tell the world more, but I'm choosing not to.
I'm going to just talk about what they've already seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yet, you are still continuously trying to paint me as basically the villain in your story. Why are you painting me in any way? Like, don't paint me at all. Like,
and then that's when we get to him talking about how Nicole has affected his relationships moving forward, because so the way that she responded to you affected your relationships because you feel like if somebody loves you, then they're supposed to accept all of you.
Yeah.
But how can the love be true and honest when you're hiding things?
Yeah.
So no. They loved you based off of what you presented, but not for actually who you are.
Yeah.
And that's not real love. Like, you manipulated a situation to where a person loved the person that you presented.
Listen,
so
man, perfectly said.
Yeah.
I say, if whatever you do in private, if you don't want it exposed in public, don't do it in private. Kendall, at the end of the day, many people are feeling bad for you, and granted, there are a group of people that feel bad for Kendall because he was exposed in that way.
And what happened to him should not have happened.
It should not have happened.
No.
But there's another group of people, and I think this is the majority. I'm part of this group of people that want to know, why were you doing that? That's really what I want to know. Like what made you do that? Like why? You get what I'm saying? I understand you probably
he was horny. I think that's about it.
And that's how you show you horny?
I mean, the thing is, like,
no.
If that's what he's into and that's what he wants to do, that's his personal business.
But he's lying still.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I have no problem with your preference. I have a problem with you basically saying, "Oh no, like it's Nicole." I'm just like, no,
let's not make it a Nicole thing.
We don't care about the who. We want to know the why were you doing that. You get what I'm saying? Especially if he said, listen here, this was basically I am a victim of this, and he haven't came out here to specify that he's any other type of sexuality and things like that. He's still carrying on as if he's a heterosexual guy.
Or maybe because he hasn't said anything, then nobody can question about it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. But at the end of the day, Nicole is not the villain in this.
No.
I wouldn't even go so far. Even though you said it, I wouldn't agree that she's a victim, but she's definitely not the villain. I don't think she's a victim in this because at the end of the day, you know, she's dating. Her dating life is amazing, and her life is basically going on. It just is what it is. Let us know what you think about this whole Kendall thing.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.